Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to have you back on the channel, and I'm sure that God has been good to you. Even if you are contemplating and trying to check and asking yourself, let me tell you, you're watching me right now. God has sure been good to you. So I know you can see like this light ray shine on my face. I'm very close to a window, and even though I'm using a softbox, except if I like turn my camera in a particular way, it's still gonna be on my face. So y'all should like enjoy the extra glow of Jesus joy on my face while I record this video or the vlog. So for those that won't come, if you're coming to my channel for the first time, welcome guys. So today we're doing a part 2 series of biggest mistakes people make before saying I do. Before you say I do, before you say I do, there's some mistakes people make. And last week we rolled on some of them. We talked about money, we talked about long courtship, we talked about sex, we talked about transparency, and we talked about priority. I think we talked about prioritizing the wedding over the marriage. Yeah, I had to check my notes so that I'm very, very, very sure of what I'm saying. So today I'm going to be doing a part 2 and final series on that, just because I feel like there are thousands of reasons why people make mistakes before saying I do, but I just feel like this one's I'm going to talk about. And if you give me more reasons why and you want us to discuss it, or you have a different like thing or mindset to whatever I've said, slide into my comment section and just give me the feedback you want to give me. But I would love to hear from you guys. I would so love to hear from you. So today I'm doing a part 2 series of biggest mistakes people make before saying I do, and it's gonna be up on the channel, so y'all should copy it. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and put the bell, press the bell sign so that you can get a notification every time I put up a vlog. So let's jump right into it. My number 6, because I still have number 5 in my previous channel, in my previous vlog. Oh my god, I think I'm getting sleepy, hungry. So my number 6 today is gonna be, drum roll please, comparison. Yes. Now, one mistake you make is comparing your partner to your dad, to your brother, to your ex, to the cousins, brothers, sisters, cousins. You get it. Never compare your partner to anybody. Never compare your relationship or your marriage to that of your parents. Now, I was having a conversation with my mom a couple of weeks ago, and I was telling her something, and we're having this conversation, just a very light one. And I said a lot of times people compare themselves or compare their partners to like their dads or to their brothers, but each and every one of us have unique strengths and weaknesses. And let me give you an example. So let's imagine that your partner can cook so well, but he's not good at domestic work in the house. But your dad could cook so well and good at domestic work, but your dad couldn't, let's say, fix things that gets broken in the house, right? And your partner can do that. Everyone have all of us have our strengths and our weaknesses. So I don't think it will be fair on your partner for you to compare at any point in time. So please, my brother, my sister, do not compare your fiancé to your mother. She's not your mother. If she was your mother, you wouldn't marry her. Would you have? No. So please don't at any point now start comparing your fiancé to your mom and saying, if my mom was here. If your mom was here, why can't you marry your mom? I'm sorry, but people feel pissed about that. But I'm like, never compare anybody. Oh, my mom can cook. Go and meet her in her house. Don't do that. Oh my dad. There's a reason why you chose this person. You should go back to ask yourself those reasons. So before you say I do, or before you start overthinking things, ask yourself, what are the beautiful things I saw and I found and I loved in this person? Let those things keep you grounded. Remind yourself. You have to write it down. Write it down. My husband is good at this, and this. I was telling my husband yesterday, funny enough, I said there's some things that he does that I'll be angry about, but later on when I see like Okay, let me give you an example. So when we got a shoe horn, I was like, we don't need this many shoe horns. We don't need the long one, we don't need the short one. And he got it and he's like, we need it. You don't just like slam it off and say we don't need it. So yesterday, I was about wearing my shoe and I was just thinking about it in the bathroom just before I went to wear my shoe. And I'm like, do you know that if you didn't buy it, then you won't be so comfortable using the very long shoe where you don't have to bend, you don't have to do anything. You just have to tip the shoe on and you're gonna wear your shoe much more easier than bending down. And I told him, I said, thank you. Those things just make you happy that this person actually is is forward thinking. No, you might have someone else that will be like, oh, you know what, no problem, let's not buy it and move on, and we will not need it, and you now start grumbling, and in your mind you'll be like, why can't I just have someone that will be future? Enjoy what you have. So if your fiancé is doing something you don't like, there's a difference between constructive, not let's just say you telling the person how you feel about a situation and you comparing the person to someone else. Nah, comparison kills. So like the Bible says, comparing one to another, we're just acting like fools. So please, we're not foolish. Let's not do it. So don't compare you. Even I know some people, oh my god, talking about number 5 to number 6, I know people that compare their sexual partners to their fiancés or to their husbands. No, please, even when you're married, please don't do it. I know that you've had a taste of whatever you think you've enjoyed then, and now you're married to this person. Maybe the person not sexually satisfying you. Let the person know. Don't in your mind. I remember a lady said a very sad story of the husband having sex with her. They had already gotten married, right? And this guy was having an expectation of his ex on this lady. And you can imagine they were having sex. I think it was the second night or the third night. And he was mentioning the name of his ex while having sex with her, making love with her, if you use that word. And I felt so sad because it was disheartening for her. That doesn't mean that I'm not good enough for you that will make you do that to me. So before you do that to anybody, please don't compare. And I know sometimes we don't know. I just make a statement out of pure ignorance of, oh, if it was this, please consciously now come back to the place of telling yourself the truth and making yourself understand that I know this person is this, but this is the person I've chosen and I want to be with. So before you say I do, that bag of comparison, that box of comparison in your heart, burn it. The next thing is beauty. Now, like the Bible says, beauty fades. Guys, beauty fades. 6 packs melts. Plastic surgery expires. So if you're marrying someone, if you're saying I do because the person is pretty hot, guys, all those things just go sometimes. I know that you will tell me, oh, there are so many people that are still hot, they're still living it. Nah. There are a lot of reasons why you should just tell yourself the truth. That I'm not just marrying this person because of their beauty. They might be beautiful, they might be brilliant, they might have everything I want, but I am not solely gonna be with this person because of beauty. God forbid if this person has a 1st-degree burn and the person is covered all the way. Would you say because the person is not beautiful to you, you're gonna walk away from the marriage? No. So before you say I do, if beauty is one reason why you want to say I do, please rethink about it and go for counseling and talk to someone about, this is how I feel about this person. Please, before you say I do it. Do it. Another point is that I have spoken to many of my girlfriends, especially my girlfriends abroad, and a lot of brothers want to say I do because of the passport or because you're a citizen or PR. And I know some ladies also that come to the US, UK, Canada, whatever country it is, and the only reason why they're saying yes to this guy or want to say I do to this guy is because they're a citizen of a country. Guys, that's just deception. Don't do it. Change your mind. Now, there's so many reasons why people want to get married, but yours shouldn't be because this person is a citizen of a particular country. It makes no sense. Does it make any sense to you? Yeah, for now you may be thinking about it and thinking you're playing a fast one. But no. You shouldn't go into marriage with the aim of deception. That once I get there, don't worry. I heard of a pastor. Oh my God. I heard of a pastor. This one was even dishearteningly hilarious. This man already got a girl in the US. He told her that his wife is dead. Even sent her a death certificate, guys. And oh my God. And he told her he has 3 kids and that if she can just take care of him, and you know, all that sweet compassionate talk. And the girl was already like trying to help him process. And one day the wife in Nigeria was, I don't know what she said she was looking for in the car. And guess what? She found her own death certificate. You can see the amount of evil people go to the length. So before you say I do, if that's the reason why you are saying it, you are just being evil. You're just being evil. So please don't do it. Not for 1, 2, 20,000 reasons why you should do it. It is heartening enough that you're going all the way to you're doing everything you want to do to make sure that this person is doing everything right by you. But let's tell ourselves the truth. It's deception. Pure deception. So never do it. Don't try to be diplomatic or try. I have heard different stories. Guys, that the only reason why they targeted this girl was just because she had been abroad for 15 years and they calculated that by now this girl should be a citizen. Can you imagine? And the only reason why they were with her is because they wanted a green card, a PR card, whatever card it is. And when they get married, they settle in and they move abroad, they run away. Please, if that's the reason why, I don't know wherever you are and you're listening to me or watching me, if that's the reason why you want to get married to this person, please take a step back and think about it. And tell yourself, it will do me no service. It will do more of a disservice to this person if I actually do this. My next point is thinking that love solves everything. Now, a lot of people just say, let me just be in love with this person. My brother, my sister, it's not just love. There's so many things. Just like saying, let me just make sure that Maggie is in everything I prepare. You can't put Maggie in Eba. You can't put Maggie in some particular delicacies. Or let me believe that salt should be in everything. No. There's so many ingredients that make marriage what it is. And you have to make sure that you're true to yourself to understand that love is important. Love is a great key. But there's so many other ingredients. There's God, there's friendship, there's understanding, there's wisdom. A woman builds a house with wisdom. So don't just seek wisdom, seek understanding. So there's so many things that, guys, perseverance. There's so many ingredients that make marriage what it is. So you don't want to, for any reason, before you say I do, please don't tell yourself that love will fix everything for you. Let me just be, yes, it's good to be in love, but love isn't going to fix everything. God's love is going to let you take your mind off a lot of things, but the love that both of you have for each other isn't going to fix everything. There are days where love will be by this side and you have to be true to each other and tell yourselves the truth. And in those days, you might not be madly in love with each other, but you know that the foundation is this marriage must work. Now, when you have that mindset, you run with it. So whether this person does something that you don't like, or in quotes, like some people say, I fall out of love. I remember like someone was sharing that there was a time that he didn't just feel anything towards his wife. and this is like a well-respected person, and he didn't feel anything. And he said he had to go back to God. And he said while he was praying and seeking God's face about it, his mind just went to a particular book, and he read the book, and he said within days, oh my God, it was like there was a gush of feeling and everything coming in together for him towards his wife. So imagine if he didn't have God, and he didn't have books, and he didn't have so many materials to use while equipping himself for marriage. Imagine for 1 minute. So please, never, I'm telling you, never think that, oh, once I get married, love will fix everything. No, my darling brother, no, my darling sister, it will not. It will not. So don't go in with that mindset. Last but not the least is never wanting to compromise. Now, people would say there's standards, you have to hold yourself in high esteem, Yes, and I agree with you totally. But there's also the place of compromise, where I think of love like this. And if you don't agree with me, I'm not going to even be angry. I think of love like this. I think of love like two people, yeah, or two things. So this is Mr. A and this is Mrs. B, right? And both of them are in the same spot. Now, what love does is love is putting Mr. A in front of Mrs. B. So Mrs. A puts Mr. A first. So who is in front? Mr. A. And the same way goes for Mr. A, that when he puts Mrs. A first, he's behind her. So at the end of the day, both of you are together in front. Both of you put each other first. So when those conversations come, when those disagreements or arguments come up, you ask yourself, you look at that, you step back for 1 minute, and you're like, oh, okay, this thing is actually not that deep that I couldn't just compromise for 1 minute and say, let me put myself in this person's shoes. And when the other person also does the same thing, you feel that same way when it comes to decisions you make, when it comes to things you do, right? But the big thing that happens most times that people don't think that way. I've been watching a particular channel that talks about like relationship and stuff, and the question was, who do you think has power in the relationship? And the man said, I feel this person has power because I believe that everything she wants, everything she sets her mind on when it comes to our relationship and when it comes to both of us, she always gets everything true. And the lady was going from a perspective of, oh, he throws money at me, oh, he does this. But that's not the point. He's taking himself out of the picture for 1 minute and putting you in that picture. And a lot of times, to be very sincere, the reason why compromises don't happen in a lot of relationships, even before you say I do, is because people are very selfish. Now, I'm not saying that there are some times where you put your foot down when you feel like this is, like if someone is trying to take advantage of your partner, or if someone is trying to play a smart one on you, you put your foot down and let your partner understand this is why I'm putting my foot down. But 90% of the time, people don't compromise because they're just selfish. Me first. It is me over everybody. Nothing else but me. It doesn't work that way. You don't live life like that. So imagine for 1 minute, let's just imagine for 1 minute that you indeed just say, oh, it's all about me. It's all about me. So what happens to your partner? What happens to life together? So I know that you feel like, oh, this person, you don't understand where I'm coming from. I understand the place of when you feel cheated, when you have to stand your ground. But I'm saying that in your relationship, make sure that both of you put each other first, so that there's no selfishness, there's no contention at all. There isn't. I really want to say more, but I would love to hear feedback from you. So if you want to see a continuous series on this, or you want me to talk about something different, just slide into my comment section. And don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at Anu Adedire. I'll leave the links in the description, and also I'll put the link to the podcast where you can listen also. God bless you. I'm super grateful for you watching this to the very end, and I hope I see you some other time. Till I see you next time, I love you. I celebrate you.